excuse me, you caught me, or I caught myself. I caught myself with before I'd swallowed my food. That was the last of breakfast. Um, chicken's eggs, my own chicken's eggs. I'm very pleased about that. Eggs on toast. What is? Oh yes, guys, I want to tell you a story that is too heartbreaking for words. So this article can be found on the website Sovereign Nations. I don't follow it very much. It's a little bit too deep for me. All of that, or heavy. Everything that they discuss is just heavy, man. And it's called The Tragedy of the European Family, and it's by Ted Malloch, or Malloch, Malloch. Right. Here it goes. The Tragedy of the European Family by Ted Malloch. Emmanuel Macron, the French president, has no children. He's actually, I don't know if you know the story, an investigative journalist produced a brilliant piece which has now been more or less eradicated from the internet, in which he revealed pretty persuasively that Emmanuel Macron is gay. He's the only French president ever to have somebody other than a family member living in the presidential quarters with him. So he has his wife, the older woman, his teacher from school, and then there's another man who apparently has kind of followed him around throughout his career, always lived with him, so on and so forth. Anyway, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has no children. British Prime Minister, then, this article is 2 years old, I think. February the 5th, 2018, 2.5 years old. British Prime Minister Theresa May has no children. Italian Prime Minister Paolo Gentiloni has no children. Holland's Prime Minister Mark Rutte has no children. Sweden's Stefan Löfven, Luxembourg's Xavier Bettel, and Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon all have no children. The list goes on. Latvia's childless president is Raimonds Vejonis. Lithuania's childless president is Dalia Grybauskaite. And Romania's childless president is Klaus Werner Iohannis. And Jean-Claude Juncker, president of the European Commission, too, has no children and is familyless. So, to put it rather bluntly, a grossly disproportionate number of the people making serious decisions about Europe's future have no direct personal sibling, child, or grandchildren's interests at stake in that future. They are not part of a family and have come to see all their attention focused on one dominant and all-powerful social unit to which they pay obeisance and give their complete and devoted attention, namely the state. The demographics look problematic. Among native Europeans, the birth rate is currently between 0.2 and 1.1. Europe is not replicating itself and will, if trends are extrapolated, cease to exist. The numbers are disturbing, combining an aging population, very low birth rates, and an inability to pay for their rich benefits, pensions, and so on. What will become of Europe? Why precisely is the family dead or dying in Europe and the West? In the Western world, the traditional family continues to crumble and unravel. It is ridiculed and rejected as we give up hope and resign in despair to a future without family or its attendant values. Speaking up for the family has almost no constituency and makes one look nostalgic at best and retrograde at worst. Is something larger at stake? Yes. Family decline is undermining civilization itself. And the article goes on. You can look it up for yourselves very easily. The comment that I'd like to pass now is that we Suidlanders still love our family, our culture, our race, our clans, our names. I take enormous pride in my Irish heritage. I come from a long line of Irish people in South Africa who lived for the most part until recently in a small part of Amanzimtoti called Athlone Park, and previously Mbogantwini, the adjacent suburb, and then all the families kind of trekked over from that little suburb to the next door one, Athlone Park. And I grew up with a deep pride in that. I believe in it, and I've passed it on to my sons. And of course, these things get diluted over time, that's true, but there are salient characteristics that come through over and over again. My sons' moms both come from proud Afrikaner names, or Boer names, if you want to get into the debate. Like many of you, like all of you, I am proud of my children and proud of my parents alike. I am proud of my clan. I am proud of my cousins, although I don't have particularly close relationships with them. But nevertheless, they are my people, and I love them. And we speak the same language, and we use the same slang, and we have the same history, and we have the same culture, and we have the same traditions. And these things are beautiful. These things are pure and innocent and sweet and good and kind and gentle. We form a small part of that salient species of mankind, if you like, to put it euphemistically, that has shown benevolence and altruism to the world like none other can remotely compare in history. Not remotely. There's not even a competition. There's no comparison. Is there a moral to this story? If there is, it is to say, continue to believe, continue to stand together, continue to coalesce, continue to reject the values that tell us to stand alone, that tell us that the family is not the most important thing after God, that the fatherland is not the most important thing after family. Continue to work towards greater unison and greater solidarity, that we may preserve a future that our cousins, our fellows in Europe are unwilling to preserve. We are preserving, not backwards, but preserving forwards. I think that's about it. I think everybody gets the picture. I hope so. I hope that once I've pressed send here, I don't think to myself, oh, I should have said this, oh, I forgot to say that, which often happens. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like it if you liked it. Share it if it is of value to your kith and kin, to your loved ones, to your people. And subscribe, please, to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. It's good. It's helps us. All right, everybody. God bless you. Bye bye.